In the annals of Hollywood, few figures command the same blend of charisma, talent, and sheer resilience as Robert Downey Jr. To many, he is synonymous with Iron Man, the witty, brilliant, and deeply flawed superhero who anchored a cinematic universe. His portrayal of Tony Stark became a global phenomenon, catapulting him to unprecedented levels of fame and fortune. Yet, behind the triumphant blockbuster success lies a far more complex and challenging narrative. This is the story of a man who rose, fell dramatically, and then, against all odds, rebuilt himself, becoming an enduring symbol of redemption. Robert Downey Jr.'s journey began not on a stage, but on a film set. Born in 1965 in New York City, he was the son of independent filmmaker Robert Downey Sr. and actress Elsie Ann Ford. His upbringing was immersed in the counterculture world of art and cinema, a bohemian existence that shaped his early sensibilities. He made his acting debut at the tender age of 5, appearing in his father's surreal comedy Pound as a Puppy. This early exposure to the filmmaking process laid the groundwork for a natural talent that would soon captivate audiences, despite the unconventional start. By his teenage years, Downey Jr.'s inherent acting prowess was undeniable. After dropping out of Santa Monica High School and moving to New York, he honed his craft through various odd jobs and off-Broadway productions. His magnetic presence quickly caught Hollywood's eye, leading to a string of notable roles in the 1980s. Films like Weird Science showcased his comedic timing, while The Pickup Artist highlighted his leading man potential. It was his portrayal of a wealthy drug addict in 1987's Less Than Zero that first truly hinted at his dramatic depth, earning critical praise and establishing him as a rising star to watch. The early 1990s marked a significant professional peak for Downey Jr. His transformative performance in Richard Attenborough's 1992 biopic Chaplin was a masterclass in acting. Downey Jr. meticulously embodied the iconic silent film star, from his physical mannerisms to his emotional depth, earning him widespread critical acclaim. The role garnered him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, solidifying his reputation as one of the most talented and versatile performers of his generation. He stood on the precipice of enduring stardom, with the world seemingly at his feet, brimming with potential and promise. However, even as his professional star ascended, shadows began to gather in his personal life. Substance abuse, a challenge he had grappled with since his youth, started to escalate, threatening to derail his burgeoning career. The bohemian environment of his childhood, while fostering creativity, had also exposed him to drugs at an early age. What began as experimentation gradually spiraled into a serious addiction, manifesting in erratic behavior and unreliability on set. The vibrant talent that promised so much was now battling a formidable internal foe, hinting at a troubled path ahead. The mid-1990s saw Downey Jr.'s personal struggles spill into the public eye with increasingly alarming frequency. In 1996, he was arrested for possession of heroin, cocaine, and an unloaded .357 Magnum handgun. This was the first in a series of highly publicized legal encounters. Subsequent arrests for probation violations, trespassing, and drug possession followed rapidly. Each incident chipped away at his reputation, eroding the trust of studios and fans alike. The promising actor became a cautionary tale, frequently appearing in headlines for his arrests rather than his performances, signaling a deeper crisis. The consequences of his unchecked addiction became severe. Repeated probation violations led to significant periods of incarceration. Between 1999 and 2000, Downey Jr. spent time in the California Substance Abuse Treatment Facility and State Prison, undergoing mandatory rehabilitation programs. These stints behind bars were brutal, a stark contrast to the glamour of Hollywood. The cycle of release and relapse seemed unbreakable, leading many to believe that his career, and perhaps even his life, was beyond repair. The prison walls symbolized not just physical confinement, but the captivity of his addiction. The relentless legal troubles and public missteps had a devastating impact on Downey Jr.'s professional standing. Studios became increasingly reluctant to hire him, fearing his unreliability and the prohibitive cost of insurance bonds. His celebrated role on the TV series Ally McBeal, which had initially offered a glimmer of hope for a comeback, was cut short after further arrests. He was deemed uninsurable and, effectively, unemployable in Hollywood. The industry, known for its unforgiving nature, had seemingly written him off, turning its back on a talent once considered boundless. His phone stopped ringing. For Downey Jr., the cycle of addiction, arrest, and rehabilitation reached a critical juncture. There was a moment of profound clarity, a realization that he could no longer continue on this destructive path. He often speaks of a pivotal moment in 2003, where he made a conscious, unwavering decision to commit to sobriety. It was not just an external pressure from courts or agents, but an internal imperative for survival. This was his rock bottom, a place where the only direction left was up, a desperate plea for help that he finally answered within himself. The commitment to sobriety in 2003 marked the true beginning of his redemption arc. This wasn't a sudden fix, but a diligent, ongoing process. Downey Jr. embraced a variety of recovery methods, including a rigorous 12-step program, therapy, and most notably, the practice of Wing Chun Kung Fu, which provided discipline and focus. He often credits his dedication to martial arts and meditation as crucial components in managing his impulses and rebuilding his mental and physical health. It was a daily battle, fought with unwavering determination and a newfound sense of self-discipline. With his commitment to sobriety, Hollywood slowly, cautiously, began to open its doors again. Producer Joel Silver took a chance on him for the 2003 film Gothika, insisting on paying his insurance bond out of his own pocket. This act of faith was pivotal. The real turning point arrived with 2005's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, a witty neo-noir directed by Shane Black. The film not only garnered critical acclaim but also showcased Downey Jr.'s unparalleled ability to blend humor and vulnerability. These were not blockbusters, but they were crucial steps, demonstrating his reliability and renewed talent. Beyond his personal efforts, a crucial element in Downey Jr.'s sustained recovery and resurgence was his relationship with producer Susan Levin, whom he met on the set of Gothika. Their connection was immediate and profound. Susan provided not just emotional support, but a grounding force and an unwavering belief in his potential. They married in 2005, and she quickly became his anchor, helping him maintain sobriety and navigate his career with renewed focus. Downey Jr. has often spoken about her transformative influence, crediting her with bringing stability and purpose into his life. Then came the role that would redefine his legacy, Tony Stark. In 2008, Jon Favreau, the director of Iron Man, fought fiercely to cast Downey Jr. as the eccentric billionaire inventor. Despite initial skepticism from Marvel Studios due to his past, Favreau saw in Downey Jr. the perfect blend of intelligence, charm, and vulnerability required for the character. It was a risky bet, but one that would pay off spectacularly, launching not only Downey Jr.'s career into the stratosphere but also laying the foundation for the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was the ultimate second chance, embraced with unparalleled dedication. Downey Jr. didn't just play Tony Stark, he embodied him. He brought his own life experiences, his wit, his flaws, and his capacity for growth to the character, making Tony Stark one of the most relatable and beloved superheroes on screen. His improvisation, his nuanced portrayal of a genius struggling with his own demons, resonated deeply with audiences. He injected the character with a charisma that transcended the comic book pages, turning Stark into a pop culture icon. It was a symbiotic relationship. Downey Jr. elevated the character, and in turn, Tony Stark cemented Downey Jr.'s place as a global superstar. The success of Iron Man was just the beginning. It ignited the Marvel Cinematic Universe, an unprecedented interconnected film franchise that would dominate the global box office for over a decade. Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man became the heart and soul of this epic saga, appearing in multiple Avengers films and solidifying his status as one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. His journey mirrored the arc of his character, a troubled genius who finds purpose and redemption, ultimately making the ultimate sacrifice for the greater good. The MCU became more than movies, it was a cultural phenomenon, with RDJ at its core. While Iron Man defined a decade of his career, Downey Jr. also demonstrated his versatility in other successful projects. He took on the titular role in Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes films, bringing a kinetic, eccentric energy to the classic detective that revitalized the franchise. These films, released in 2009 and 2011, were critical and commercial hits, proving that his appeal extended far beyond the superhero genre. He deftly balanced blockbuster action with compelling character work, further cementing his renewed status as a bankable and respected leading man, capable of captivating audiences in diverse roles. With his career and personal life stabilized, Robert Downey Jr. began to leverage his immense platform for positive change. He has become an outspoken advocate for addiction recovery, sharing his story to inspire others and reduce stigma. More recently, he established the Footprint Coalition, an organization dedicated to investing in and supporting advanced technologies that help restore the environment. This initiative reflects his commitment to leaving a meaningful legacy beyond entertainment, focusing on global challenges and fostering sustainable solutions for future generations, proving his transformation is comprehensive and deeply rooted. Robert Downey Jr.'s life story is a testament to the human capacity for change and redemption. It's a powerful narrative about confronting personal demons, accepting responsibility, and ultimately, forging a new path. From the child actor to the critically acclaimed performer, through the depths of addiction and incarceration, to the heights of global superstardom, his journey is an extraordinary chronicle of resilience. He proves that second chances are not just possible, but can lead to an even greater, more meaningful impact, inspiring countless individuals facing their own struggles. His legacy is one of unwavering transformation. As Robert Downey Jr. moves beyond his most iconic role, his future remains as dynamic as his past. He continues to pursue diverse acting roles, produce new content through Team Downey with his wife Susan, and champion environmental initiatives. His story is a powerful reminder that an individual's past does not dictate their future. It is a story not just about Hollywood success, but about the profound human ability to overcome, adapt, and continually evolve. Robert Downey Jr. stands as a living testament to the belief that with courage, support, and unwavering commitment, anyone can write their own triumphant second act.